All right, guys, taking a look today at Nasdaq420, which right now is situated in between the MicroStrategy 2100 and the ETF 500 meme coins within the stock to meme sector. That's what this is. You can see this is an emerging sector. It's up and coming. We all know about the stock market. It always gets compared to cryptocurrency. And there is really only one mainstream stock to meme coin right now. I mean, I guess you could say the GameStop Ethereum coin, although that's only at around 20 million in market cap, and that's not even really the official stock to meme theme, which is normally the ticker and then a number after it, like SPX 6900, like Nasdaq 420, like USD Gen Index 6900. But I do think that Nasdaq 420, because it is so close and so tied to SPX, it will move into second place in terms of this. And again, you're looking at the overall rank in terms of market cap. SPX is at 85th. Most people would say SPX is probably the hottest mainstream top meme coin. I guess you could compare it to Fart Coin possibly in terms of market cap. Right now it's at 1.1 billion. But most people think it's going to go to 20 or 30 billion minimum. There's going to be a lot of money that gets pumped into this sector. We know there are rate cuts coming, with Powell either being removed or being pressured into doing an emergency cut, possibly 3 rate cuts by the end of the year. We know based off of timing, this is it. It's these next 6 months. We really need this to happen because of the 4-year cycle. It's going to be Bitcoin and then it's going to be the alts, but the altcoin dominance inevitably will rise. And you take a look at Nasdaq 420, it is starting to kind of find its footing. We'll go by market cap. It hit a low of around 900K back in March. It slowly has been creeping back up. If you look at it right here, making higher lows, sitting at around 2.4 million. And it is what it is. It's kind of weird. It says it has a total supply above 1 billion. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or what that is, because normally these coins always have total supplies of just 1 billion. Not that it matters too much. It would only be 1 million more than a billion, and maybe they'll burn some of it anyways, because I know SPX 6900 has burned some. But even taking a look at NASDAQ, if you take a look at the past month, I mean, this is a coin that, I mean, it is up, goes from 1.8 to 2.4. It's up a good 20-25%. I do think NASDAQ 420 will. And it is more risky, I understand. People say just invest into the blue chippers and the ones that all the influencers are in. But you have to understand, when it comes to something like SPX 6900, I would love it to do a 20 or 30x, but a 20 or 30x is a lot of money, or a lot in terms of market cap. I mean, 20 or 30 billion, that's how many meme coins are at 20 million market cap right now. And I hope it does do well. But in terms of potential, Nasdaq 420, even though it is a lot more risky, I would agree, than SPX. You look at all these other betas. I mean, Nasdaq 420 is the ultimate beta, and probably USD Gen Index. You could also talk about SPX 6900 2.0, but I would say right now Nasdaq 420 is the best beta to SPX 6900. The MicroStrategy coin really hasn't done a lot recently, and also they rebranded MicroStrategy. It's not even called that anymore, which hurts it. So, yeah, I would say right now Nasdaq 420, just in terms of risk versus reward, the recent price action's been a little bit better. The stock to meme is really going to be relevant, especially with all the influencers shilling SPX 6900. And you can see, I mean, they do have, take a look at their website here, if it'll load up. I mean, it's your typical stock to meme website. It's not really loading up. I think it's on my end, honestly. But yeah, well, hopefully they'll be able to get on some exchanges. I don't even think it is right now it's only on Uniswap. All these coins. You want to know why? It's because a lot of these coins are CTO'd. Like this is CTO'd. They did get a bridge to Solana. 24-hour volume isn't great there. There's going to have to be more money dumped. They're going to have to put liquidity into that Solana pool, I would imagine. But the problem with these centralized exchanges when it comes to coins like this is they're all CTO'd, meaning there's you know, they're the CTOers, unless they have a bunch of the supply, which maybe they do, maybe they don't, they would have to. I mean, if you want to on a good centralized exchange, it's going to cost you 100K. So, and these people don't want to pay that. They don't want to sell their Nasdaq 420 to get it on an exchange. That's why you traditionally it's hard to get these coins, well, unless they go to really high market caps. Which honestly, you know, we don't really need Nasdaq 420 on any exchange right now. Once it gets up to 20, 25 million, you would want to start looking at some of the lower tier centralized exchanges. Wow, SPX is on Kraken. I was wondering if it was. I should have known that because I remember seeing it on Kraken. But yeah, we'd love to get Nasdaq 420 on Kraken, on Coinbase. SPX is not on Coinbase. That's the major exchange it's not on. I was wondering. But I mean, yeah, it's just like when you look at this SPX6900 Nasdaq 420, it fits. It's the beta. I mean, this is, you go from the 86th ranked coin in terms of market cap to 1100. I mean, 1130. So it just goes to show you this is emerging. It's very, very early. NASDAQ 420 recently, you know, it's gone up 20, 30%. It'll have days to where it'll outgain SPX fairly easily because it's a lot more volatile. It'll definitely have days where it'll go down more. But the overall market cap in this sector is just basically the entire SPX market cap. 1.1 billion, 1.1 billion. Yes, GME, the GameStop. But this is stupid. I don't like how it says Ethereum. You know, like, why would I care if it's like, you don't have to say you're Ethereum. You're on Ethereum. I know there's probably one on Solana, and that's why they did it. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I like NASDAQ 420 as the beta. You could also say USD Gen Index, but I think NASDAQ 420 is way more established right now. I mean, I have both NASDAQ 420 and USD Gen Index. I'm not trying to put DXY down, but the NASDAQ 420, that's like a blue chip potential. That's like if SPX 6900 goes to 20 or 30 billion, NASDAQ 420, I mean, imagine we would have to, you know, maybe 200, 300 million. Imagine that. So we'll have to see. And then there's all these other ones. I mean, they're very low in terms of market cap. I know the VIX 777 has a decent community. These other ones are kind of dead. SPX 2.0 is one that I've talked about, possibly mimicking SPX. Right now it's at 500K. Imagine if the original, well, they say this is the original SPX. The 2.0 is technically the original. But if the 2.0, the variant, if SPX goes to 20 billion, the variant could go to 100 billion. That's a 200x from here. I'm not saying it's going to do it. It's not financial advice, but I mean, we like NASDAQ 420 as the ultimate beta, I would say right now. This is a coin that had a high of around 15, 16 million. It could very easily teleport to 100 million and then bam. You know, we would like to see it at around 10% of SPX price. So if SPX is at a billion, we would like to see NASDAQ 420 at 100 million. If it goes to 20 billion, we'd like to see NASDAQ 420 at 2 billion. I'm not saying that's how it's going to, you know, mimic, but that's really how it should be when you think about it. It has to get more mainstream because NASDAQ, you could say Dow Jones, but the Dow Jones coin, it's not even on here, and it's only at like 40 or 50K in terms of market cap. But NASDAQ is the next one up. It's the S&P 500, it's the NASDAQ 100, and so we understand this, and we need the beta to come in, and we need the stock to meme coins because it makes so much sense. It's everyone always talks about it because it's investing, whether it's stocks, whether it's crypto. So why not? You've got this meme coin sector. I mean, if you take a look at the top meme coins, I mean, a lot of these meme coins are holding water above a billion even right now with the sector kind of getting beaten. Here, if we can go to this. I don't know why this is going so slow today. It's just something wrong with it. Like the meme coin sector, 56 billion. Look at there's 7 or 8 coins holding over a billion right now. You know, at the highs in 4 or 5 months, there could be a number of coins. There could be this entire list, entire first page at around a billion or more. It wouldn't be too surprising. Because a lot of these coins have gone over a billion already. They've come back down. So we'll have to see. But there's a lot of money that's going to be pumping into memes. We know that. Either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video.